Okay. So welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is September 9th, 2023. September 9th, Saturday, 2023. So, before I get started, I just want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, gives you clarity, great. But if it does not, then don't force it to be your story, right? So, okay. Let me see. So I'm going to talk about a dream that I had. And I feel like this reading is going to be for a masculine or a divine masculine. Okay. So in the dream, there was a father with his kids, or kids, doesn't really matter, children, right? With his children. And it was the weirdest thing because I remember I was in a house, and the neighborhood was completely, I don't know, it felt like a neighborhood that would be somewhere in, like, I don't know, Michigan, maybe, or like I don't like Central America, somewhere where the plains are flat, right? That was like the setting. Like there weren't any mountains. It wasn't desert. It was just like flat plains, right? So that's like the setting of the dream. But I remember I was in a house, and there was like a family gathering going on, like a reunion or like a family gathering, something where like all the family got together. But there was a masculine there, and it was kind of like I was just watching everything go, like everybody interacting with everybody. I was just like watching it, right? And this is the scene, I guess, in the dream that was like very particular, which is what I'm going to be talking about. If I feel like the other stuff is relevant, then I'll talk about it. There's something about a competitive cousin, because I remember seeing, like, there was supposed to be a cousin in the dream to me, but they were coming across like helpful, but they were competitive. That's separate. I'll do that reading separately. Right. Anyways, so yeah, the gathering, the event thing, right? And I remember this father was like with his kids, and he was like playing with his kids and hanging out with his family, and he was like having a good time. But he was by himself, like a single parent, a single father of a child, of children. And I remember watching it. I'm like, wow, he looks exhausted. He looks tired. And his mother, or a mother figure, popped up in front of me, and they were like, yeah, he doesn't need you. He's got us. Just like that. And I was just like, what? Because it was just so bold and like so. The way she said it was like as if she knew, like throughout her bone and blood, that this was the right way. Like her way, like what she was saying was like law. Yeah, he doesn't need you. He's got us. So, and the thing is, so I guess this could be for a feminine or divine feminine as well, or a couple, or just the masculine. I feel like this is really more a masculine, right? Because in the dream, like he was playing with his kids and hanging out with his family and having a good time, blah 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 blah. But he looked tired, like as if he was doing it on his own, very exhausted, very tired, right? But it's like he was still pushing forward, still doing what he had to do, right? It's kind of like he still was gonna be there for his family because whatever his family wanted him to be there. He was still gonna do whatever he had to do for his child, for his children, because he's a father. But he's like, screaming on the inside because of how tired he is. Thank you. So the mother figure, or his mother that like appeared in front of me, it's kind of like she came out of nowhere too. Like she just kind of like slid into the frame. It was like, yeah, he doesn't need you. He's got us. Hold on. Okay, so what was that? Yeah, in the dream. So whoever this mother figure, or it could be his mom, or just someone who he sees as like a mother, or someone who raised him, a parent, a guardian, a sister, someone who either raised him, like, you know, and because he needed a mom, or like he doesn't have a mom, or it was his actual mom, right, in the dream. But whoever this mother figure, oh, that's what I need, Kipper. I was trying to figure out what deck I needed. Okay, give me 1 second. So whoever this woman was, she puts barriers and blockages in front of this masculine, and it's like she doesn't care that he's tired. She doesn't care that he's trying to like push through, that he's like screaming on the inside, or that he's crying, or she doesn't care, because it's like, as long as he's got her, as long as she's around him, like, it's fine. So I don't know if she's like choosing to be oblivious to his pain, or I mean obviously whatever she's doing, it's very selfish, because it's like she's not paying attention to what he needs, what he wants. She's not listening. So this is the kind of person that's like, oh my gosh. Okay, so if you saw my reading not yesterday, but the reading before that, about like the eggs dream that I had, about like the grandmother figure, it was like, she's not good enough, she's not good enough. So it's kind of giving that, right? It's like no one is good enough for him. It doesn't matter how tired he is. It doesn't matter how exhausted he is. It doesn't matter, because no one's good enough for him, because he's got us, he's got me, he's got his family. That's all he needs. He doesn't need anyone else. So whoever this mother or sister or figure is in this masculine's life, hold on, yeah, she puts barriers and blockages, and it's like no one is good enough for him. And whoever this masculine is, like, he could want love, he can want a relationship, he could want like a partner, and if he does have children, he could want like a mother for his children. But it's weird, because like whoever this karmic feminine that is around this masculine is, like, she's being very selfish, because it's like, it doesn't matter what those kids need, it doesn't matter what he needs, I'm here for him. That's all he needs. It's kind of like that. You don't need anything else because I'm here. And it's like, that's not enough. Like, you cannot build a foundation with your parents. Like, that's weird. You're not. So this masculine wants to build a foundation, or wants stability, or wants peace, or wants love. And obviously he can't get that from his mom, or from his sister, or from this guardian, or I don't know, for some of you it could be like a foster mom. But he can't get that, obviously, from that person, because that's like, so whoever this feminine is, she's trying to make it seem like the roles that he wants to be fulfilled in his life, like a partner, a lover, a mother for his children, whatever roles that she's trying to make it seem like he doesn't need that. You don't need someone to be a mother to your children. Grandma's here. Or you don't need like a lover. I'm here for you. You know, just tell me how you're feeling. Just tell me your woes. Like, you know, I'll help you through it. Like, what? It's weird. It's like that. I don't know. It's like, she's so, like, the way this woman said this to me was like with such conviction. Like, she truly believes it. He doesn't need you. I'm here now. Like, he's got us. He's got his family. He's got me. I'm here. He doesn't need you. He's got his family. He's got us. And it's just like, okay, weirdo. Like, I'm not trying to steal. Like, I'm not, it was just so weird, because I'm just like, why are you telling me this, you know? It's kind of like how, you ever had like that one coworker, or like that one person in school, they're eating something or they're drinking something, and you just look at them, just, to look at your surroundings, and they're like, yeah, I'm not sharing with you. And you're just like, okay, weirdo. Like, I don't even want any of your broccoli. I don't even want any of your carrots. Like, what? Like, why would you say something that's irrelevant? It's like that. It's like, but it's not just with her words. Like, she's trying to make her presence relevant. And I feel like it's because of how irrelevant it is, right? And it's kind of like, yeah, just so you know, you can't have this. And it's like, I don't want it anyways, lady. What are you talking about? Like, first of all, where did you even come from? You just slid out of nowhere, right? No one's paying attention to you. So I feel like that's another thing too. People are paying attention to this masculine or this divine masculine. People are watching him do what he has to do. And it's like, from what I can tell, he doesn't even need you either, right? He doesn't need me. He doesn't need you. Why are you trying so hard to make yourself relevant? Weirdo. I'm going to keep saying that because it's just like, this person truly feels like women are trying to steal her son or trying to steal, like, whatever masculine that she, like, took care of her entire life, or that she watches, or she has been there. Like, she feels entitled to this person. And it's like, he doesn't need anything else. He's got us. And it's like, okay, but whether you're a divine feminine, divine masculine, a feminine, or a masculine, like, your parents, your siblings, your cousins, your uncles, your aunts, your job, no one thing can fill all roles, right? So that's that. Oh, let me, fuck, if I move that, okay, let me just move that. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, good. Sometimes my camera's a little wonky, but it's because if you close it a certain way, it'll, like, stop recording, and then I have to do part 2, which is kind of like a nuisance, but it's still recording, so, it's good, right? Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so this masculine, he is, like I said, because in the dream he was, like, smiling and laughing and hanging out and playing and doing what he had to do. So he's not paying attention. Like, he's just doing what he has to do. So someone around this masculine is trying to push people away, make barriers, and create, like, scare people away. So she's trying to scare people away from him. It's like, he doesn't need you. He's got us. From what I can tell, I'm seeing with my 2 eyes, with my 3 eyes, he doesn't need you either. Because is he talking to you in the dream? No. Is he playing with you in the dream? No. Is he conversing with you in the dream? No. He's minding his own business. And apparently, minding his own business has nothing to do with you. You're the one that's trying to make yourself irrelevant, because where did you even come from? She just, like, came out of nowhere. It's kind of like, just so you know, it's like, where did you come from, lady? Like, you're so irrelevant that you, like, I don't know. You know what, too? There's also a fear of irrelevancy from this woman. All right? It's like she fears being irrelevant, especially in this masculine's life. She's scared. So because she's scared, she doesn't want anyone to take her place. And it's like, first of all, like, you're his mom, you're his sister, you're his cousin, you're, like, that's your role. You're not supposed to be his mom, his sister, his cousin, his lover, his employee, his boss, his coworker, his friend, his lover, his wife, his girlfriend, his boyfriend. You're not supposed to, like, that's what this person is, like, under some weird impression that they don't need anyone else because they can fulfill all their roles, and logically, morally, ethically, you cannot, right? Well, come on. All right, I keep shuffling. Let me just pull some cards. Ooh, coffin. So whatever is going on is gonna have to put. I'm hearing a nail in the coffin. So this is kind of like a dead situation. So her fear of irrelevancy is coming to fruition, and a lot of that has to do because she was doing it herself. The more she tried to push herself into this masculine's life to make herself, like, there's something about having to be useful or wanting herself to be useful. right? It's kind of like if she tried to be all the roles in his life, there was no way, like, he, like, I don't know, like a fear of abandonment or some shit like that. But if in her mind, she felt like if she could play all the roles in this masculine's life, then there would no, like, she would always be relevant to him, right? But that's so wrong. Like, you cannot push yourself into people's lives like that. And on top of that, she was scaring people away, sabotaging things for him, creating boundaries, unnecessary barriers, unnecessary obstacles. She was doing this to this masculine just to stay relevant in his life, and that's done. That's no more. No, she cannot do that anymore. Family room in reverse. Wow. Yeah. So multiple people are walking away from this person, leaving this person. So I feel like whoever this, hold on, my mouth is like freezing up. Hold on. Whoever this karmic feminine is, if she was doing this to multiple people in her family, like scaring other people away, other suitors, other jobs, other friends, just making everybody like feel like outsiders are unwelcome, she can't do this anymore. So also she was, oh my gosh, wow. She's responsible for a lot of endings and people's lives. So the people that are close to her, she has been responsible for a lot of those endings, a lot of those betrayals, a lot of those mishaps, failures with her. I keep seeing somebody pull strings. Not like a marionette kind of way, but you know how like behind the curtain, oh my god. Okay, you ever see like in movies and TVs, somebody who is behind the curtains who like raises the next curtain or makes the next curtain drop and like things like that, like pulling ropes. That's what I'm seeing. So this woman has been behind the scenes, behind the curtains, pulling strings, right? So if somebody new comes into life, she'll drop a curtain on that. That's a boundary. If like just creating obstacles and mishaps and failures, behind the scenes pulling strings to her own family. She's been doing this to her own family members. This is done. She can't do this anymore, though. This is over with. She's no longer, she doesn't have, it's like she got fired from that position. So she was given this position to do good, like as a way of to like protection or to like do things differently for her children than was done to her. But instead she abused that position and was like, oh, I have the power to control all these curtains. I'm going to use it to my own advantage so I can stay irrelevant, or so I can stay relevant, so I can be the center stage of attention, right? So she would always make sure that the curtain would always open for her and always fall on her and something weird like that. But she's been doing this to her own family. She can't do this anymore. She can't pull the strings on her own family members anymore. She could be drinking a lot too. I don't know, that's irrelevant, but that's just like, that's honestly, this is self-done. Like, this is self-induced because it's like I said, she manipulated so many things behind the scenes to make herself relevant that it's just like, you're doing too much. We're done. You can't. No, you're not welcome. You're done. Right? Like, he doesn't need you. He's got us. And it's like, it's impossible. You cannot fulfill all the roles that she needs. You cannot fulfill all the roles that he needs. You cannot. And this person kept trying to do that over and over and over again to their own family members. Right? It's like, I don't care if you're my spouse, my partner, my boyfriend, my girlfriend. You cannot be everything to me. You can't, right? There's no way. Like, we're going to need friends. We're going to need jobs. We're going to need, like, experiences and adventures. Like, you cannot, like, keep someone bound to you and only you forever. They're gonna break free. And it's like this person was binding their family members to them. This person cannot do that anymore. I hate to break it to you, but you can't. And I know you're probably watching, but what is that? Community, yeah. The community is breaking free from this woman. I feel like the community is going through their own whirlwinds of realizations. Yeah, they're realizing, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I feel like the community is happier now too, now that, because a lot of it is too, you have to understand too, everything is a choice, right? This woman chose to pull strings. The community chose to allow this woman to pull strings, right? Everything is a choice. Everything is a choice. So I feel like the community is like realizing a bunch of things, especially about their own family members or member, right? And like, oh my gosh, we were allowing them to pull strings. Because it's not, you know, another thing too, this karmic feminine had everybody under the impression that it has to be this way. I have to pull the strings. Who else is going to pull the strings? I have to. And everyone's like, wait a minute, we can pull our own strings? What? I'm going to make this short. Also, if you paid for a reading, you're going to have to email me because I don't do refunds. So, you know, not to be mean about it, but you know, if it was a donation, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know, that's really nice of you. But if you gave it to me because you needed a reading, you have to email me because I don't know who the reading is for and where's it going to go. All right? Courtship in reverse. Nobody wants to work with this person. That's simple. Nobody wants to work with this person. So they're losing friends, family members, relationships. Change because she doesn't want to change. Wow. Yeah, I know who this is. You'll know who this is too, collective. You'll know who this is. This is somebody who doesn't want to change. They like to pull strings from behind the scenes. They like to create obstacles and barriers, and this is somebody who wants to fulfill all the roles in someone's life, and it's just like, that's literally impossible. You cannot do that. So people don't want to work with this person because they themselves don't want to change. And I've picked up on this woman multiple times, I feel like. Multiple times. And the reason why I'm picking up on this woman is because I know for a fact she's watching my readings. Otherwise, I wouldn't be picking up on this karmic energy. And I said this, like, I think a few weeks ago. If you're karmic and you're watching my readings, I'm going to pick up on it. So you cannot get mad if your secrets are being given to me by you. So I don't know what to tell you. I think that's so funny though. It's like, here are my secrets, sire. Here you go. I'm like, okay, thanks. Next up, karmic number 23. All right. So yeah. It's interesting because just as she pulls the strings in her life, she's making herself the center of attention in this reading, which is fine because, you know, you're just letting people know who you really are, which is perfect. Thank you. So keep on keeping on. Oh, okay. I gotta pull tarot. Ease. May it be effortless. This is about having gratitude. Ease, may it be effortless. I feel like this is for everybody, actually. For the masculine or divine masculine in the community. Yeah, this is for all of them. Yeah, they're just realizing that it's a lot less easier to like. This is what that whirlwind of wow, that whirlwind of realization. Like everybody's just realizing these things, and it's like, wow, it really is that easy to just like not let someone trample over us. Like it really is just that easy to not let somebody pull the strings in our lives. It's really that easy. Yeah, it is. You just gotta say no. Simple. If you want someone to stop being a barrage in your life, if you want someone to stop overpowering you and trying to hover over you and trying to create obstacles and challenges and trying to fulfill everything, just say no. Simple as that. Say no. No, thank you. Create a boundary, and that's it. It's very easy. Very, very easy. But I feel like this woman was making things like more so this is somebody also, this woman is a kind of person that talks in circles to make things more complicated, more confusing than it really is. Like if you ask this person something very simple, they'll start off on a tangent, start talking circles, repeating things, and eventually you're just like, what? Like, I forgot what I even asked you. Never mind, bye. Right? Especially if you ask them, like this person, something that's direct. Like they'll start off on like a whole circle, a spiral, and it's just like, what? Never mind. I don't even care anymore. Bye. So your answer never got answered, or your question never got answered. This person does that. They're just like make things more complicated and more difficult. And all right. From an outsider perspective, it's kind of funny because it's a clever way of trying to like maneuver someone's thoughts, maneuver someone's attention, right? It's kind of like sleight of hand, right? You're asking me something right here, but let me throw a bunch of nonsense and words that don't matter and distractions, and then by the time you're just gonna forget, right? It doesn't even matter anymore. By the time like you realize it's been like 2 hours and you're talking about nothing. Right? So you forgot the initial reason why you texted, why you called, why you emailed, why you gave them a letter, why you stopped by, or why they came in person. Like you just forgot. Like it's like, oh, okay. And like next thing you know, like 2 weeks later, you're just like, wait a minute. The situation has still been unsolved. Right? It's like that. This person's very clever. Very clever. I think that's so funny. Clever karmics are very amusing. They are clever karmics. Yeah, because it's always interesting to see how somebody avoids things in their lives. It's always interesting, right? Let me see how you're gonna avoid accountability today, right? Let me see. Show me what you're gonna do. And I just think that's the funniest thing. The Hermit. So 2 things. Whoever this person is, she's investigating. She's studying. I don't know if it has to do with herself. It could be because change is horizontal, so she could be trying to change a new leaf. But I feel like that's a cover. So she's trying to change over a new leaf to the world, but by herself, she's like investigating and trying to study and trying to see what she can do. Right? Like I said, let me see how you're going to avoid accountability today. Let me see. I want to see. This is her. How can I avoid accountability today? Right? But to the world, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna take accountability today. But it doesn't ever happen, right? Because then next thing you know, she's off on a tangent talking about things that don't matter. And then 2 weeks later, wait a minute, they still haven't taken accountability for their actions, right? So that's why clever karmics are hilarious, right? Because they just put themselves in cycles and loops. It's just like the funniest shit ever. Like, anyways, it doesn't matter because it just doesn't matter. Oh, hold on. I have to get some cards for ease though. So, the Hermit, right? So there's hold on, I gotta get these unstuck. You see the little cat in the box? I feel like the only reason why this karmic feminine is like I said, she's also investigating. She's trying to figure out a way of how to like pounce. And I feel like it has to do with you, collective. This is somebody who sees you as an obstacle in like their family's life. And it's just like, first of all, that's not your call. Second of all, like, are you that desperate to stay relevant? You're going to end up making yourself irrelevant. This person is waiting to attack. So that could be with the hermit. They're investigating. So they're saying, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, blah, 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 right? But on the inside, what's hidden is that they are trying to find some sort of way to attack. That's why they're in hermit mode. They're studying. They're trying to read. They're trying to watch. They're studying. How can I attack? How can I attack? How can I stay relevant? But they want to stay relevant, but it has to do with you. In order for them, this is how they think. In order for them to stay relevant, they have to attack you. They have to get you out of the way. Because a woman, like, she came out of nowhere. I'm like, what? Where'd you come from? Right? And I'm watching the man. Like, play with his family, his children. He's laughing. He's having a good time. He's like a little ray of sunshine. And this woman was just like, yeah, he doesn't need you. He's got us. I'm like, okay, like, do you want a cookie? Like, no one's trying to steal anything, weirdo. So it's like this woman sees you as some sort of obstacle. I really don't mean to laugh, but I don't know. This is just so funny. Wow, okay. I'm seeing a lot of hermit. So this is somebody who doesn't want this people, not just you in this masculine. She doesn't want people in her family to start anything new, to be happy, to move on. Like, if you're going to be happy, I'm going to be part of that happiness. If you're going to be happy, I'm going to be there with you. You cannot be happy without me because you don't need anybody else. And it's like, if that is not obsessive and controlling, like, that's weird. That's weird. Star. Yeah. Everybody's starting to realize, wow, it really is, like, easy to be happy and to have our dreams filled and heal and... You know, it's interesting because this woman had everybody thinking... Hold on. Don't drop it. I got it. Had everybody thinking that being... Bless you. Being in the star energy was more difficult than said. This is what she does. She makes everybody think that following your dreams, having goals, being happy, being at peace, healing, having faith, like, it's unrealistic, it's impossible. It's just like, this person, they put a lot of fear and doubt in people that want to be in star energy by making it seem like it's incredibly impossible, like it's so hard, like only certain types of people can be in the star energy and you're not one of them, right? That's the kind of energy that she makes it seem to her own family members. That's like sick, that's sad, that's pathetic. That's crazy. But everybody's starting to realize, like, oh my gosh, it's easy to be following my dreams. It's easy to follow my goals. It's easy to be happy. It's easy, right? That's so sad that someone had abused this power. So they were supposed to use this power to guide everybody and to letting them know, like, yes, you can follow your dreams. Like, yes, you can heal. Yes, you can be happy. But instead, she abused that power for herself and put blockages and stopped her own family members from, like, being happy and creating new things, like healthy things, right? Not karmic cycles. Like, this person enables karmic cycles. And people are just like, they're in a whirlwind of realization, like, oh my gosh, because when this card came out, it just kept flipping and flipping. You can rewind it. But everyone's just like, oh my God, it really is that easy? Like, we don't have to be this way? We don't have to live this way? her manipulation of pulling the strings is done. You poor little honey bear, so tired of running, we're going to get you there. And we talk something about you. Come and get in whenever we buy you. Three of Wands. She thinks everybody's gonna come back home to her, or she a lot of the strings that she wow. A lot of the strings that she pulls and that she does is so that people is like, well, it's like when this fails out for you, you know you can always come back home. If this fails, you can always come back home. If this fails, you can always come back home. And it's like, yes, there's nothing wrong with letting someone know, like, if things don't work out, they always have a place with you, right? There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is she makes it seem like when this fails, not if, right? If things don't work out, you can always come home. But she makes it seem like when this does not work out, right, you're going to have to come back home, and that's okay, right? It's like, is this a favor? Is this an offer? Like, I don't know. Like, the way she delivers this is weird. It's like she is making it seem like when this fails for you, you're going to come back. I don't know. She makes it, this is what she does to her family members. Like, when this fails, you can always come back home. You mean if? No, when? Right? Because it's difficult to follow your dreams. It's difficult to reach your goals. It's difficult to be happy. It's difficult to have faith. But it's not, though. It's actually easier than you think. It might be hard for you, but don't make it seem like it's going to be hard for me. So this karmic woman puts her family members in positions where it's kind of like she'll pull the strings, and the way she'll stay relevant is just like, well, you know, when this fails for you, you always have a place with me. So it's like she's just waiting behind the scenes for all these strings that she pulled to, like, I don't know. She just waits. She'll pull strings and then she'll wait. Haha, I pulled these strings. Now they have to come back to me. Haha. Like, that's so weird. We have the Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Pentacles upright. That's the masculine. It could be the masculine and everybody in her family. Everybody in her family. Because remember, the masculine was with his children or child. Anyways, he was with them. And then his other family members. And they were all of his family members, right? They were happy. They were smiling. It was like sunshine emanating from them, right? So everybody's just like happy, healing, financially stable, very independent. Things are just going well for them. And it's like you're still trying to put blockages. You're still trying to pull strings on your own family members that are happy. They don't need you. Like, so yeah, this karmic family member makes herself relevant by making sure, like, mishaps, failures, and demise happen to her own family members. This is, she just doesn't want her own family members to be happy. And a lot of that has to do because she's not happy herself. She's not happy herself. So she's like, is now investigating of how to create something else, how to make blockages, how to get you out of the way, collective, or get people out of her own family members' lives. Like you're not exhausted by your own self, lady? Come on. My goodness. Like, just you being in my energy is like, I can see why nobody wants to be around you, because you're exhausting. Knight of Wands. She's playing a lot of games. She's playing games with people's happiness, people's stability, people's foundations. She's playing games so that people can, like, what was that? Go to her. Knight of Cups. Yeah, whatever offers she be giving, like, she uses words. A lot of word magic. And it's just like half the time, like, you don't even know what you're talking about. Half the time, like, what are you even saying? What are you saying? Right? It's like she just talks to talks. Like, you're not saying anything important. Why are you talking to me? She uses word magic to play games. Hold on. If there's one thing that is so annoying, it's someone who just talks to talks. Like, you're not tired of hearing your own voice? People who just talk to talk, I cannot. Like, either, if you're gonna be around me, tell me something important or just stop talking. Magic Kirk's, Kirk, oh my gosh. Magic Hex Kirk, Magic Hex Curse has backfired. Jesus, this card is like flying everywhere. Yeah, because her manipulation is done. She can't do this anymore. Here's the thing too. The reason why this is not working is because everybody's already happy. Everybody's stable. Everybody's healthy. Everyone's living in their dreams. Everyone's stable. Like, there was sunshine emanating from a group of people. And she was not in there. She came out of nowhere from the side and was like, yeah, he doesn't need you. He's got us. Lady, you're not even in the happiness either. That's the thing. This lady, she was not even in the mix of happiness, in the mix of abundance, in the mix of healing, in the mix of faith, in the mix of living her goals and her dreams. She's not in that mix, right? She wasn't in that mix. She's not happy. She's not following her goals, her dreams. There's nothing going on for her, and it's like pissing her off because everyone's happiness is like has nothing to do with her, right? And a lot of that is she was doing all of this word magic and weird offers and confusion to like make people not have new beginnings, not have happiness. Like, if you're gonna be happy, I'm gonna be in that happiness too. I'm gonna be in that bubble of sunshine. But she wasn't, right? And it's like your magic can't work. That's why the community is like in a whirlwind of realization. Like, hold up, we're happy. She's the only one that's not happy. He's the only one that's not happy. Why do we take their advice? Why are we listening to them? Right? Why are we listening to someone who's not happy and miserable? That makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's like taking relationship advice from someone who is just horrible in relationships, right? Less than human. Wow. Yeah. What this is pathetic. What this person does to her own family members, preventing them from having happy new beginnings because she can't have a happy new beginning or she won't have a happy new beginning. You don't do this to your own family members. You just don't. That's wrong. You don't do that. He's obsessed with you. Wow. So for some of you, this could be a karmic masculine. What is this? He's obsessed with you. This is part of your purpose. So the community is supposed to be happy. They're supposed to start new beginnings. So this could be a whole new lineage of people in your family that they're supposed to start a whole new fresh generation of healed and happy and stable kids and that grow up into people. And then they're supposed to something about cleaning up too. It's like there's something hold on, it's cleaning up. So there are a bunch of lineages that are being cleaned up right now because people are doing things differently, following their dreams, following their wishes, and healing and walking by faith and trying to be happy, not make things more complicated than it is for them. A lot of bloodlines are being cleaned up because of this. But then you have these karmic family members that are trying to keep everybody bound, unhappy, confused. Oh, your brother. We have the letter N. So some of you have a brother whether by blood or by marriage. This brother is obsessed with you. And there's something about newlyweds, or a newlywed, or just newlywed couples in general that are trying to do things differently, trying to clean up their lineage. Someone has a brother that's obsessed with them. A lot of that has to do because they're also not in that sunshine, of that bubble of sunshine. So this is like a war within family members, within a family. You've got the family members that are doing things differently and cleaning up their bloodline. And then you have the other family members that are... Was that my phone? Yeah. The other family members that are not trying to change. I don't know why I did it. It's on the bottom. Anyways, so this is a reading. I hope it helps. This brother, this brother that is obsessed is not part of like the main story. This is just something in the background. So I feel like the only reason why this brother is obsessed is because whoever this guardian, sister, mother, parent figure, I don't know why I did it. He let that woman control things in his life. And it's like, he's obsessed with you because you're in this sunshine, happiness bubble. Yeah, my phone keeps going off. And now he's realizing, like, everybody in the community, everybody in the family is realizing, oh my gosh, why did we let this person take control, take the reins, pull the strings in our lives? And either you didn't do that, or you're not doing that. I don't know if this brother is karmic, but he's just like obsessed with how you're not letting this happen to you, because it happened to him. I don't know. This is a reading, okay? This is very exhausting. Bye.